On the 24th of December 2021, the UK government added more occupations to the shortage occupation list and to the healthcare visa. And this includes the social workers, healthcare assistants, auxiliary nurses, and home care workers. This is as a result of the effects of the Brexit, which brought about some restrictions of the EU nationals in and out of the UK. And this made UK to run shortage of the frontline workers, and now they open door for many workers to come in and come and work in the UK as healthcare workers and healthcare assistants, auxiliary nurses, social care workers, and so on. And this visa has no limit, like restrictions or criteria to the demand. There is open. Now it depends on the employers in what exactly they want from the individuals they are employing. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, and this is me, Linda. If you are new to my channel, you are highly welcome. Just make yourself comfortable and be part of this family, okay? I am a nurse. I'm residing in Ireland, but I'm gonna be talking about UK in this video. Yeah, I've been receiving tons of call and DMs and voice notes for explanation, and I've been devoting my time to reply and respond to the calls. But in a nutshell, I told my callers and those that need some information from me that I'm going to be putting it in a video, well detailed video, when I must have done my researches and gather the informations important needed for this process, and I will put them together to share as a video. So you that have been DMing, calling, now grab your coffee and make yourself comfortable, and your popcorn too, and listen to this video. And don't listen and listen alone. Share to your friends, cousins, aunties, uncles, relatives, because this visa is a vast one that can give many people opportunity, and you or someone else can benefit from it. Okay, yeah, now let's dive into this video. Who are the healthcare assistants? Healthcare assistants are those literally working and assisting nurses to carry out their duties on the residents or patients for their betterment day by day. And healthcare assistants in the nursing home, what they do are mostly in the patients or residents' ADLs, helping them to clean, wash, get them off for the day, help them to feed, help them in movements, cut their nails, help their hair fix, just all that. They also enter VCARES, recording patients' improvements and their activities, whatever that have been done on the patient, their fluid intake and output, their movements, part change, the skin effects, and all that. They have to record them. So this role needs someone to be literate to take it up. Another type of healthcare assistant are those that do home care. In this one, they visit the residents in their various homes on appointment. Like your team manager will give you your schedule. You work with schedule. When it's your time to go, you go there, help them to wash. If it's the morning duty, you help them to prepare their breakfast or lunch, depending on the time you are working with them. Keep them company, help them in their daily living, LDLs, and stay with them, watch the TV, and so on and so forth. There is no much work to this. These are what one has been doing right from different families and homes. And there is another one, social care workers. These are people that work with where children are being kept, with people with mental health. So what type of visa are we talking about here? This is a tier 2 healthcare visa, and it's 50% of the normal price of visa. That's half price of the normal price of visa. And this visa allow you for permanent settlement, like settlement with 3 years. After 3 years, once you are still in employment, you can renew this visa for more 3 years. And once you have stayed 5 years in UK, you will have a 1 year indefinite leave to remain, after which you can apply for your passport, making you total of 6 years to apply for your passport. So with this track, you can get a permanent citizenship in the UK through this process. Okay, and this visa allows you to come with your spouse and dependents, and your spouse is allowed to work they are allowed to pick up employment or further studies. So it's just an open door to help people, and it's just a way of liberation to those who have been searching for ways to make move to the outside world from their various countries. So what are the basic requirements for those that will apply for this visa? Now, coming to your own side, there are requirements, and there are also other requirements from the side of your employer. Now, let's go to your own side, things you must get done from your side for you to be eligible to qualify. So, in the first place, there is no criteria depending on academic levels. Education is just open. It depends on you and your employer. By the UK government, they didn't make state it that they want diploma or degree or this. They just left it open. Like in the UK with A level, you are good to go as a healthcare assistant. You can be employed and they train you, give you models to study. After studying the different models and doing manual handling, you are equal to go as a HCA. Now, in the outside world, I believe it may be more competitive because many people will be coming for it, and the employers would like to take those that have degrees first before coming to those with A levels, because you have to prove your level of literacy in this with your document, certificate, CV, and all that. Now, number one thing you have to get ready is your passport, international passport. That's the number one document whenever you're trying to make a move to any country. Passport is the first thing you have to get done. So if you don't have it, you start now to go for it because it stays long in some countries for passports to be processed. Then another thing, you must be vaccinated, double vaccination. Even take the booster if it is already going on in your country of residence. Then the next thing is you have to have English proficiency, IELTS or OET. But not every company takes OET, but IELTS band 4 or 5 depending on your company's criteria. Now you also, there's a way to beat the IELTS by doing NARIC certificate evaluation. In this case, your transcript of study and your certificates will be evaluated by NARIC, and if it's that satisfied that it is equal to the one in the UK, they will issue you a NARIC certificate that you'll be presenting as your English proficiency, showing that your course of study was done in English. So on your own part, you are expected to have up to £1,270 within 28 days from the time you started this application into your account. But this is excluded when you get an employer that will give you certificate of sponsorship indicating that they will sponsor you. Then this one is not valid. That's why when I come to the employer side, it's one of the requirements for you to get an employer that will give you COS, certificate of sponsorship, so you don't get to start bringing bank statement to qualify yourself. Okay, another thing is you have to have the proof of dependence, relationship with your dependents. If they are your children, their national population birth certificates. If you are coming from Nigeria, that's the one I know that is accepted, not the baptismal church one and the rest. The national population one and the one of your hobby, you have to have marriage certificate to prove it. The one of your parents, you also have to have your birth certificate to prove that they are your parents. You can prove the relationship in that manner. Having a work reference or work experience is also very vital in this process, because employers, they always look out for those that have experience, those that can do this job, not taking anyone but those that can do the job. And those that are medically inclined, they have more chances to be employed. If you have done IT in any level of medicine, microbiology, science lab tech, and all those, if you have done industrial attachment or done auxiliary nursing or any kind of nursing, any level that is not the registered nurse, you are qualified to apply. Even if you are a registered nurse and you want to escape the track of the normal registration process, passing the exams compulsory for registered nurses, this is another fast track for them. Those that are registered nurses, when they use this track coming they will start working because they're just on the top of the list. Once they apply for this, certain they're gonna be taken. Okay, once you're a registered nurse, they will rush you. Let me just say that. Then once you come over to the UK, you're already employed. Now you'll be making your money, taking your exams, and your employers may help you switch you to the faster track, which you will follow to get your PIN on time. Write your exams and get your PIN. Okay, so that is for the registered nurses. But for every other person, you have to have experience. Okay, if you haven't experienced and you are not medically inclined, it doesn't mean you are not qualified, because the criteria wasn't given. And in the UK, it's not only those that are medically inclined that are doing it. Anyone can do it. I know people doing it just with secondary school results without going to any further education in the UK right now. So what I'm saying, if you can prove your literacy and numeracy, showing that you have something upstairs, having a certificate to defend yourself, and having an experience, like showing that I have done care before, I have done this, even if it means volunteering. Yeah, people will say, wow, yeah, you can volunteer any private hospital, even in the villages. Once they have email address, have stamp, have contact numbers, they can write reference for you, and when they're called, they will pick the call and defend you. That is it. Okay, so you need to back up yourself. But some employers may not really care. Like someone that did have a BSc in certain courses, they may see you, they will know that for you to attend this BSc, you must have something upstairs. They will just choose to employ you and give you training. Okay, some may not mind whether you have experience or not, but to stand a better chance, you have to package yourself very well. Do what you know that you can do, and you will be very eligible. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, you have to have police character, prepare it, but police characters expires after 6 months, so you know the best time for you to get it done. Though UK visas don't pass 6 months, they always get processed within 4 to 6 months. So you have to get it done, and you have to get TB vaccination too. Getting all this, you have to prepare your CV, package your CV very well. You have to search in the Google's UK CV template. Then you will, from there, download the template, use it to fill in your information. Okay, any course you have done in the past, any volunteer work, anything you have done that has a certificate, just include it there. Whatever you have done, even if looking after your own parents for over time, is what they're looking for, care. Okay, so whatever you have done in this time, like whatever that is important that can help you, put it in your CV. All right, and if you can hang anywhere, as I said before, to get some training, you do it. Okay, to conclude what is needed in your own requirements, your employment sites, like the particular employers have their different criteria. So what you will do is, any sites you have entered and started filling your forms, whatever they laid out there as their requirement, you follow suit. Okay, some may include this and some may not include. Some may ask for IS band 4 or 4.5, some may ask for IS band 5, and some may use NARIC certificate to qualify you, or some may use a degree that you have attained in English studies to qualify you. Now, let's go over to the requirements from the side of your employer. Employer must be an A-rated company with license of recruiting internationally. Okay, that's number one, because there are many companies, but they're recruiting only those in the UK. Okay, and for those in the UK, if you are staying in the UK with student visa that didn't give you settlement, or visiting visa which didn't also give you settlement, you can also, you know that already, they can just apply for this process of being a HCA with 3 years contract. From there, they will get settled in the UK with this process. Now, you coming from outside UK, you need the A-rated employer with certificates that will give certificate of sponsorship. It's very, very necessary so that you will cut down your expenses, because we know it's very, very hard to sponsor oneself, and when it includes family and dependents, you know what it means. So if you get an employer with COS that will give it to you, you are good to go. You have to apply to jobs that have an annual gross payment of not less than £20,480 per annum. Okay, and some companies even go as high as 23,000, 21,000, 22. It depends, but it should not be less than £20,480 per annum gross salary. Okay, now another criteria is you have to know your employment code. All these employments, care assistance, social care, I will tell you their codes in this video. You have to know the codes of the employment you are going for, so you just put in the code in the application. You have to know the name of your employer and their license number. Though some of them have it there on their COS, they have it there, but when you enter their site, you can see it from there. Now, let me give you the employment codes, okay? For nurses, though this program is not for nurses, unless nurses that want to use this track to come over. But the employment code for nurses is 2231. That's the employment code for nurses. And for senior carers means those healthcare assistants that work with the old people in the nursing homes or in their various homes. So their code is 6146. 6146. And for auxiliary nurses is 6141. And for social workers is 2442. I explained this in the beginning. Those that are doing which they are doing, social workers, and you can, if you are a bit confused, you can go back and listen to the different explanation I gave about their different jobs. Okay, so when you are entering for any of them, like when you are not at all medically inclined or have anything to do with nursing, I advise you to go for social worker. Like being a social worker, you can work in a hospital non-like place, like somewhere that you don't need any medical experience of that to be there, but you will know your normal CPR process and first aid and all that when something happens. Okay, so being a social worker, you can work in various places, work with children, work with the youth, work with companies, work with anywhere, with schools. Okay, yeah, being a social worker, so anyone that is responsible and intelligent can be a social worker. So guys, it's important to get employers that will give you COS. If not, the expenses will be high on you. For instance, in this, if you are coming with your dependents, 3 years visa is £232 per person. Okay, more than 3 years visa is £446 per person, but with this visa is 3 years visa is £232. Depending on the size of your family, you know how much you're gonna be spending. So that's why it's important to get employer. Just apply straight to the employers that will give you COS, not just applying to everybody that may not give. But if you can fund yourself, there's no problem. You throw your applications to various companies and try your luck. You may be very, very lucky you get one. Okay, I can say this is a good avenue to come out of your country. The big opportunity. You came from here after having your serving for your 3 years contract. You can further your studies even before the contract finishes. You can become what you want to be, any big profession you have in mind. You can go for that. There are bigger professions everywhere, and the opportunities are in the UK and other developed countries. Okay, and you have access to internet, access to many things, you know, more exposure that will lead you to know what to do more for your life. Okay, you've seen people wasting money, a lot of millions, in the name of traveling and being duped, and people passing through the sea to come to EU. So I feel anybody that have the feelings of leaving the shore of the country, never mind the name HCA or whatever, is a big profession. Once they are here in the developed worlds, they are living normal as every other human being. They are living big like every other person. It's just a job and someone must do it. Okay, now you can use it and get what you want and move further. And you can also, when you grab your passport from the UK, you can flee to any country of your choice, you know. So I've had this information and planning to share it with people, but when messages are coming, I decided to put out this video to help you guys. Then in the next video, I'll be bringing to you the links and some of the companies, some of the companies that are giving COS. I'm not gonna be telling you any company that is not giving COS. It's of no use, or you may search it up, but I will focus on those that will give you COS, so that what you are doing will work for you, you know. So when you watch this video, don't keep it to yourself, share to people, all right? Help the world so we can reduce poverty, so many people can see light in their lives. Okay, and when people are doing well, you self will be all right, because there will be less too much of calling and auntie or that's on your side, you know. So just share to people. Those that can try it, let them try. Okay, and if you see that you can't, it won't work for you, just relax and keep doing what you are doing anywhere. It's gonna be better. Okay, see you next in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. Liking this video will help YouTube to share it, and it will help the video to do well, and it will help my channel to grow. So if you say you really like me, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, and see you in my next video. Bye.